What's up guys, Simply Coco here and welcome back to my channel and welcome to another speed build hill. It's 8 a.m. Yeah, this voiceover is gonna suck, but welcome to another speed build here in The Sims 4. So today, as you can tell by the title, I am building a converted watermill, or something along those lines. I don't know if I'm gonna call it converted or renovated watermill. I don't know, but it's one of those things. And yeah, I finished this build quite some time ago actually, and I was actually gonna do a voiceover for my farmers market build, and then when I was going through all of my footage, I realized I had not posted this one yet. So here we are, and yeah, I wanted to go ahead and get this one up because it's already on the gallery, and I didn't want to end up forgetting about it completely. So yeah, today you're seeing this converted watermill. So today not today, as you can see, yeah, this voiceover is going to be rough, and I'm apologizing in advance. But as you can see, the shell has pretty much come together. The only thing that's going to change about the shell is I do end up putting another small bump out on the opposite side of where I'm putting the actual water spinny thing. Is that the mill itself? I don't know. It's too early. But yeah, I end up putting one more bump out on the opposite side, and that ends up being the kitchen. This is me changing my mind on the color scheme. I wanted to go for a lighter color scheme, and then I put like lighter colored windows on that kind of match this this light wood tone that I'm using on the exterior. But then when I went back and looked at it, it made having the windows the same color as the wallpaper just made the build look very one-dimensional. So I end up changing some of the windows to a darker brown, and I just end up liking how that looks better. I don't think I do that on camera, and if I do, it's much further into the video, but I don't think I even do it on camera. One thing I also want to say really quickly is I'm trying to fix my audio. So like in my video yesterday, I did some I went on YouTube and I found some like effects that I could add to my audio to make it sound better. And yet while I feel like it did sound better, my volume wasn't that high on yesterday's video, so I apologize for that. But I hopefully the quality of the sound was better, and I think I'm gonna try it with this video as well. But where I messed up with yesterday's video is it all starts with the original recording. So if I record it too loud or something, then doing the effects won't necessarily help. It'll clip and just still sound bad. So I had to like manually turn it down, and because I don't have the best speakers on my computer, I couldn't really tell how it would sound on mobile or anything like that. And then I went to the video on my phone, and it's even on full blast, it wasn't that loud. So anytime you want to tell me how the audio sounds, just let me know down in the comments. And that is going to help me out a lot so that I know that it sounds okay and sounds decent. My plan is to buy a new mic and get this room and get the room that I'm recording in acoustically treated. And I might get a soundboard as well if money permits. So if you have any suggestions on that, let me know as well. And any tips and tricks or YouTube videos that you have that can improve my sound quality, because I had someone comment recently that if my sound was better, I would have more subscribers and I would get more views, and that kind of bothered me because it's beside the point why it bothered me, but it kind of did. And it bothered me because, well, I've been saying that I already, I moved into this new house, so the room I'm recording in has echo and all of that. And I've already was saying, even before this comment, I was already saying that I'm trying to improve my audio. So them coming in and saying that kind of bothered me, but it is what it is. If you're watching this, thanks for the critique. I am working on it, but I've always heard, like when I first started my YouTube journey, I've always heard that having good audio is like the first step to growing your channel and getting more viewers and getting more subscribers, because if you don't have good audio, people aren't going to stick around and watch your video. But for those of you that are loyal to the channel and always come and watch every video and always come and comment on each video, you know who you are. Thank you so much, even if, you know, the video quality isn't great or the audio isn't great and all of that. So thank you guys so much. But anyway, I've talked enough about all of that because the exterior of this build is pretty much done. So as you can see, we are definitely utilizing the pawn tool. I just kind of made it a whatever kind of shape. Well, you saw the shape at the very beginning of the video because I think I did the pawn first. But I used the texture that I'm using on it now that has the leaves and the like limbs in it. That's my favorite. That's my favorite like swatch of all of them. I feel like it's the most realistic. The green water that's kind of looks like murky water. That green like is too close to the color of the grass itself, so I don't like using that one. This one just seems more realistic because I feel like with natural ponds like this, at all times it's gonna be filled with like leaves and sticks and grass and stuff. And I'm gonna go like super overboard with all the greenery that I put on the pond. I don't think I do it all on camera, but the pond ends up being really overgrown and really green and has a lot of grass and a lot of shrubbery and a lot of weeds and stuff. And I really, really like it. But if you don't see it, if you don't see me actually do it on camera, then I will definitely have it in the screenshots. I should have cut some of this out because this video is a little tiny bit longer than I would like it to be. I like to keep my videos under 25 minutes, but this one's gonna be like right there, especially after screenshots. Right now, before screenshots, it's only 23 minutes long, but it's kind of a bigger build, so it's gonna have quite a few screenshots. So I don't think it shouldn't have 2 minutes worth of screenshots, but it'll be right under 25 minutes once I do add the screenshots. Anyway, this is technically the front of the build, where your Sims would come onto the lot. Actually, I don't know which side of the lot they come on, or what side of the lot they spawn on whenever they come to this lot. But this is just the side that I decided to be the front of the build. So I give them a little gravel path, and I put 2 of the debug cars on it that came with Cottage Living. In the screenshots, you see the pond side of the build just because it looks better for the screenshots. But I really like this gravel like moment that I did. I'm having a lot of fun with terrain painting lately. I mentioned this in a few videos back, but watching Miss Griffey, I like how she randomly kind of does her terrain painting, but it's random, but it's calculated. Like she does everything for a purpose, but it looks random. And I kind of do that now. Like I kind of just choose the terrain paints that are going to look best, and I just kind of mix and match them and overlay them and stuff. And it really works, and it looks good, and it looks realistic. But as you can tell, we are on the interior. One thing and we're working on the kitchen, but one thing I wanted to say really quickly is we are building on the aisle of, I can't say, it's a V word, but we're building on the national park lot in, I was going to say Evergreen Harbor. It's not, Hemford on Bagley. So this is actually the park lot, the national park lot. I think it's a national park. It's the big park in the Bramblewood, I think it's called, neighborhood. That's all the foresty neighborhood where you find the creature keeper. So this is like a 50 by 50 lot, I think. It's either I don't think it's a 64 by 64. I think it's a 50 by 50. But it's a pretty big lot. Hence why the pond is so big. But I did have a lot of fun building this. But anyway, yeah, we're working on the kitchen. So I was going for like an industrial contemporary slash modern vibe in this build. So there's a mixture of industrial and contemporary style furniture. I definitely built this before the industrial loft kit came out, but I didn't go into this wanting it to be an industrial build. The reason why it ended up an industrial build is because, well, it's a converted water mill. So like people used to work here, and you know, this used to be a place of business. So it would have had, you know, industrial elements to it because it was a water mill. So I wanted to keep some of that influence there. So I decided to use some industrial pieces in the furniture, and it works out well. I use a lot of Dream Home Decorator in this. As you can see, that like those chairs are from Dream Home Decorator. I end up using some such sectional couches. And yeah, right now I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to put under this staircase. I don't remember what I put there. Oh, I end up putting a desk right there. So I end up making that a small little like office space because I'm going to move as you can see, I've done it. I moved the dining room table to the other side of the room. I just felt like it made more sense for the layout, because otherwise I wouldn't have known what to put under the stairs. And I did change the chairs out. I'm using Hey Harry's chairs that came with the base game update for the 25th anniversary, I believe. So I'm using that. This fireplace is, I think it's a base game fireplace. It's like the modern fireplace that kind of looks like it's an electrical fireplace where the fire is like, it's technically a fake fire, but it's still, you know, releases heat or whatever. I don't know what you call those types of fireplaces, but that's what that one reminds me of. Again, bringing in like contemporary and modern vibes along with the industrial. And I think mixing those two styles really works. But yeah, so I'm using this kind of green swatch on the sofa, which I wish looked more green. Like it kind of actually looks like a bluish green, like a very washed out turquoise or teal is really what it looks like. So I wish it looked more green, like more olive green, but it's whatever, I can deal with it. And I used, right now I have 2 of these shelving units from Eco Lifestyle up, but I think I end up getting rid of one of them, and I think it ends up being the one on the right, because right next to it I put like that, it's that smaller hutch that has like the plates and stuff in it. So like it's a hutch, but it's the smaller one. It's not as tall. I don't know what pack it came from. You'll see it when I place it down. But yeah, here I am getting rid of it now. I put a plant there, an extra chair just so they would have more room to sit, and then that's the smaller hutch I'm talking about. I just put it over there, and then I put some clutter on top of it. I just don't know when I do that or if I even do it on camera. Yeah, these curtains, I don't know where they're from. They might be base game, but I put them up pretty much throughout the entire house wherever they, you know, fit and matched. I don't know what I end up putting in that corner. At first I was just gonna put 2 extra chairs and pretend like, you know, if they had company, that's where they pulled, you know, more chairs from if they needed them. But I think I end up just leaving that. No, I end up putting a dog bed right there. So yeah, I end up furnishing this house to have a dog in it. So I think I remember to put a, sorry if the audio gets bad, the air conditioner just came on. And that's another thing about this house. The AC is really loud, like really loud. So I don't know, like I like to keep the office door open, but I might need to start closing it because I feel like the AC wouldn't be as loud if the door was closed. But I'll have to test that theory another day because I'm in the middle of the voiceover and don't want to get up and close the door. So sorry if the if the audio got a little, I don't know, scratchy just then. Anyway, but yeah, I think I do remember to put a dog bowl. I don't remember if I put. Oh, I guess I did record it. So yeah, there was me putting down the dog bed and the dog bowl, so I didn't forget. Um, this is a pretty large house. It's a 3 bedroom, 2 bath. So, and it can fit up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It can fit up to 5 Sims. Really, it could fit. Really, it could fit 7 Sims because there's a teen girl's room and she has a double bed, so technically 2 Sims could sleep in there. And then there's another room that's for 2 boys, and I gave them like a bunk bed situation, but the bottom bunk is a double bed for the older son, and the top bunk is, a single bed for the kid's son. So technically 2 Sims could sleep in that bottom double bed bunk as well, but I imagine only one teen sleeps in each of those double beds. So I built this for 5 Sims, but you could have up to 7. But yeah, this is the master bedroom. So using the bed from Snowy Escape, trying to bring in some more of the green color in the rug. I end up really liking this room because I end up putting this lounger in here. I end up going with this version of it in an all black to bring out more of the black from the bed. I don't know if your Sims can actually sit on this chair because I wanted to keep that end table there. Ooh, excuse me, another burp. Oh, they should be able to sit in the chair because I got rid of the end table. I really wanted it there because I feel like that, especially since they have a bookcase in here, I felt like that would have been the perfect place to like just go and grab a book and sit down and read. If you didn't want to like necessarily be in the bed, and you could have, your wine next to you on the table, or hell, your soda, whatever you wanted. Just changing up the wallpaper in the bathrooms because I felt like it didn't make sense for the wood to be in the bathroom. So I just used tile all the way through. Starting to do the upstairs, I was gonna do a different wallpaper throughout the upstairs hallway because I felt like realistically the exterior walls would have been the only walls that still had that kind of washed out wood on it, and all of the interior walls would have had fresh plaster and a fresh coat of paint and all of that, because those things wouldn't have, like the walls that are there, the interior walls would be all of the walls that they put in there whenever they renovated the Watermill. Like I'm pretty sure the Watermill's floor plan wasn't like this when it was a Watermill. But I just decided to keep most of the interior walls that color or that washed out wood. I just usually like to build for realism, which is why I was thinking of doing that, but I just couldn't find a good wallpaper to do it with. But yeah, that was just me placing down both beds for each of these rooms so I could figure out what I wanted. And also, sorry if you heard like a utensil fall on the floor. I don't have to tell you this, but we have like 15,000 wax burners in the house. And in order to get the wax out, I have to get a knife and like scrape it out sometimes. I know it would be easier to just like, while the wax melt is on and the wax is melted, just go and pour it out. But I don't feel like burning my finger or worrying about spilling the wax, because I cannot tell you how many times I've spilt wax on the floor and it took forever to scrape it up and stuff like that. Like, I have an Alexa that has wax all over it because I bumped into it, so it's just a lot. So I usually turn the wax burner off, wait for the wax to dry, and then I scrape it out with a knife. And the knife that I used before I put wax in the burner this morning, I left out, and the dogs just knocked it off, or the cat did, I don't know. But I didn't have to tell you that, but here we are. So this is the teen girls room. I used this wardrobe I think the wardrobe is by Peacemaker. It also came in the 25th anniversary update, and I put clutter on top of it, and I've never done that before with that object, and I really, really like it, and I'm probably going to be doing that a lot more in my teen rooms. My teen rooms always end up being the rooms that I enjoy furnishing the most. They just always look so cute, in my opinion. Like this room right here, I love the color scheme of this room. Absolutely love the color scheme of this room. I didn't really think about anyone's personality in this build. I did a little bit just while furnishing her room. I figured she was into art and figured she was a really smart student, really into school, studies hard. She reads a lot of books and stuff. And then with the two sons room, like the teen is really into, I think, yeah, he's really into like science stuff and skateboarding and stuff like that. And the younger kid is really into void critters and stuff like that. So I thought about their personalities a little bit in that way, but other than that, I didn't think too much on it. Oh, that's what it was. I made the older son really into sports. So what I just put in the hallway, that is what is that? A toy box, because it didn't fit in their room. Their room is really small. Had it just been a teen's room, it would have been a decent sized room. But since I put 2 beds in there, yeah, it's a really small room, and they kind of really got the short end of the stick moving to this house, but it is what it is. And now we're working on the balcony. This is the last thing you're gonna see me do. I was about to say fireplace, y'all. It is too early for a voiceover. I put what is that called? A hot tub? Okay, a hot tub. I deleted the outdoor dining space and did a bar. And then over here, I just do a small seating area. Other than that, it's like literally what you see is all that I put right there. Because I didn't like any of the rugs. And I just didn't like any of that. And I don't know if you're going to see me clutter up the front porch. I guess not, because it's about to end. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll always respond to your comments. And please hit that notification bell. That way you know exactly when I post my next video, exactly when I post it. And I will see you all then. Bye, guys.